Hi guys, and welcome back to Loving Keto. My name is Ron. Well, I've been getting a lot of requests about the chicken crust recipe that I made the other day. So today I thought we'd go ahead and just go ahead and film it out and show you how it's all made. So I'm in the back room. I'm on my nice new setup on the table over here, away from the green screen. I have my bookcase back behind me, and I'm sitting on my chair today because my back is wicked bothering me today and this weekend. So I wanted to just take it easy the best I can. And what we have going on over here on my table is, and I'm going to set up my other camera in a minute just to show you on a better angle what we're doing. So I bought this can of premium chunk white chicken in water. It's perfectly fine for keto. I think I only paid about $1 or $2 for it. It's even cheaper at the dollar store. But all your ingredients are very, very clean and perfectly fine for keto. So if you're going to buy this type of chicken breast or chicken meat, make sure you look at the ingredients in the back. And that's very important when you're trying to lose weight. And I have my directions over there. So what you're going to need for this particular recipe is your chicken meat. And what we're going to do with this chicken meat, we're going to drain out the water into a bowl, dump out the water in the sink. We're going to be putting it on into a flat sheeting pan, something like this, and on parchment paper. And we're going to spread out the chicken, and then we're going to dry it out in the oven for about 20 minutes to get the moisture out of it. And then we'll put the chicken back into the bowl. And the ingredients that we're going to be using for this particular chicken recipe, we're going to be using mozzarella cheese, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and I bought some of these pork rinds from Amazon. They're gluten-free, so I'm thinking about using maybe about a cup of this rather. And then for the spices, this is totally optional. I'm going to use onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of oregano. And I'm also going to be using 2 eggs at room temperature to mix everything all into a mixing bowl after we dry out the flakes. Now, typically sometimes I'll use a measuring spoon or whatever, but sometimes I'll just eyeball it. But for this intensive purposes, we'll use a little tiny measuring spoon today. And I got my can opener to open up the chicken meat. So let me pause the video right now, and I'm going to set up my other camera so I can have the overhead view. So you might see the camera in the front of the lens while I'm doing this, but just follow me along. You guys will be fine. I'm filming by myself today. I have absolutely no help, and so I don't know how you YouTubers are doing it. If you've got a spouse that's helping you, God bless you, because you know, it is what it is. I'm just doing it by myself, and can't get any help. But yeah, so let's get up and set up the camera overhead, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I got the overhead camera going directly over to the bowl, and this is the table set up. This is just the first time doing it this way, so we'll see how this comes out. I know it's recording. So we're going to take the eggs out of the bowl, set them aside. And I just wanted to show you for intensive purposes what kind of chicken meat that I'm using. I'm using the Market Basket Chunk White chicken meat in water. And here's the back of the ingredients if you want to see what's on the back. It's got all the label information over here. So first thing I do is going to empty out the water. Normally I do this in the sink to empty out the water, but since I'm filming out in the back room, I want to, I got the camera set up and I have to move it away from the door, and I already got it set up on the angle that I want it on, and I'll have to readjust the camera angle. So just bear with me with this. So I get that on the bed, and you see there's a lot of water content here. I try to squeeze out as much of it as I can. Now I would suggest that if you have a cat or a dog even, you could probably just give them the juice and let it have it for a treat. I mean, that's what I would do if you still had our Angel, but we don't have her anymore. If you hear my heater kick in, or it's kicking in now, it's very, very cold outside. So I'm going to set this aside on the bed because I haven't got a table to work with other than what I have in front of me. And these are the spices we're going to be using. I just pointed that out to you. I got everything all set up on my table over here. So what you want to do at this point, and I'll have to make sure I have some paper towels in the back room when I film it. So we're going to use our big sheeting pan over here. Move some of this stuff out of the way. Put that back in the front. Need that now. So this is our sheeting pan. Now we're going to take a piece of parchment paper. We already got the oven preheating at 450 degrees. This is going to go, yeah, this way. Kind of relatively new to bacon, so just kind of bear with me with this. That's why I never really felt comfortable doing recipes other than what I've been learning on YouTube. So now that we got the parchment paper spread out the best I can, we're just going to take the can of chicken meat here and take the lid off of it. Be able to cut myself. The lid in the bowl over there, and we're just going to dump it onto the parchment, okay? Just like that, okay? Now normally I'd be using a fork to do this, but I only got a spoon right now because I forgot to grab a fork. But what you want to do is just take the chicken meat and just kind of like break it up a little bit. Now, it doesn't almost really seem like a lot of chicken meat, but once you get all the ingredients in, it makes quite, it'll spread out, you'll see it'll spread out quite evenly. So you just want to break it up. Now according to two Krazy Ketos here, Joe and Rachel, you got the original recipe from Keto Connect, and there's a number of different variations out there, and I got my recipe from him, and I also got the other recipe from Ketogenic Woman and Anita from Canada, and they all gave me this idea. But and I have used the ground chicken before, which is perfectly fine, but there's really a lot of moisture in it, and it came out fine. It was all right, but I found that this is a much better way. And there's only like 1 carb a gram of here when you make it, so you can pretty much eat 2 or 3 of these and feel okay with yourself. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys, I'm using Ramos pizza sauce. I believe it's not sugar-free because I bought it at the time about a year ago or so, and I just started using it. And the expiration date was fine on the can or jar. But when I looked on the back of the ingredients, everything was very low in carbs, and it's not going to really affect you all that much. But I'll show you the ingredients on the back of the jar and what it is, what it actually is. But you just kind of spread it out like this a little bit. My hands are clean. So at this point, since it's all ready to just roll it out, try to get it separated as you can. No big deal. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to go dry it out in the oven for about 20 minutes. Let it cool, and then we're going to put it in a mixing bowl, and then we're going to start adding the ingredients, and I'll show you how we're going to do all that. And then we'll bake it up in the oven. Once we get it all separated into a pizza pan, we get it all mixed up like a dough. And after we get it cooked off in the oven, we'll put our toppings on. And today's toppings, we're going to make mozzarella cheese, obviously. Maybe some black olives, I'm thinking, and some little bit of peppers and a little bit of onions. I bought the frozen kind at the local store. We go to Market Basket, and they do shop at the other stores. But I get what we do good for what we can do at Market Basket because they got a lot of product in the store all the time, and the stuff that we buy anyways. But yeah, so from this point, I'm going to kill the video. I'm going to go into the kitchen, and we're going to put this in the oven, bake it off till it dries up a little bit, and then I'll continue to when I pop it out of the oven and put it back on the table, I'll show you what it looks like and the texture that you're looking for, and you should be good to go, okay? So let's go in the kitchen and take the next process. So the chicken has been in the oven now at 400 for about 20 minutes. And it's nice and dry. You can see from my video I show you, it's nice, moist and all the water content, about maybe 98% of it came out. So at this point now we're going to start assembling our pizza dough, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. So I'm going to move the pan aside, grab a nice clean mixing bowl, and then you want to take the your pizza, you want to take your chicken and dump it into the bowl. See if we don't spill it all over the place. Like that. Very, very simple. It becomes now trash. Okay, so we're back. So we had a little interruption there when the doorbell rang for downstairs. I got a package delivery, and it was my Amazon K-Cups. So this is the texture you're looking for. It's really, really dry now, and now we can work with the chicken to make our pizza dough. And I went in the back room. I thought I had a pizza pan, so I don't have one. So we're going to use this one and make it into a kind of a square pizza or a round pizza the best we can. Now, normally I go down. Well, okay, here's what happened. I went over to Ocean State Job Lot this week to pick up this table, and while I was there, I bought a half a dozen throwaway pans for some of them are as low as 10-20 cents a piece. I got a whole bunch of them. They didn't have any pizza pie pans, so I got what I could, and next time I go over there, hopefully they'll have some, and I'll pick up some more so I can have them. But anyway, so that's enough of that. Let's get ready started. I got my notes so I can check out my. No, I bought this also at Ocean State Job Lot. It's a scrapbook that I just write my notes in real quickly. This is really nice to have when you get ideas. So I had 1 can of the chicken meat. This is dry now. The next ingredients to go in would be 2 eggs. These are room temperature eggs because you don't want to cook your. Now I'm not that very sharp at cracking eggs because I have to use 2 hands. Okay, so that can go on a parchment paper over here because we're going to just check that out afterwards anyways. Okay, and I don't want to get it all over my bed. There we go. Just careful ever so slightly, and you get a shell in here, so I'll dig that out of there. And I got my towel here to wipe my hands when I make a mess. So the next ingredients is going to be, we got the wrong notes. The next thing, we got that, I got the 2 egg mozzarella cheese. That's the type of the ingredients is. Okay, so we're going to add about a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. This is what I use right here. I get it at Market Basket brand. Can you see that? It's very, very good when you want to make stuff like this. So, most of the time I don't hardly even measure it. This is about a half a cup there, right? This is a half a cup. All this stuff does is just it binds it all together with the eggs. Okay, this is just to get the rest of the water out of there if there's any water moisture left. So that goes over there. The mozzarella cheese is going to be for afterwards, so when the pizza dough is fully cooked, we'll pop it out of the oven. Now I'm using this for the first time. I bought some of this Pork King good pork rinds, gluten-free, and the reason why I bought this was because I never had pork rinds before cooking with anything, and the other day I bought a bag of pork rind, original pork rind flavor, and I grinded it up in a food processor, and it came out really good when I made a meatloaf. So that convinced me to buy some of this product off of Amazon, and we're just going to use about a half a cup and just put it in. Once again, that's just to dry out the egg mixture so it'll form it to a nice pizza dough afterwards. And then we're going to use some oregano leaves. This is my choice. Go here, oregano leaves. I got a little measuring spoon. This is about a tablespoon. When you watch Rachel Ray and all those cooks, none of them really measure what they put into. They just eyeball everything. And that's basically what I do when I do this. These are oregano leaves. And then we're going to put some garlic powder. About the same amount. And then we're going to put some onion powder. Same amount. Okay. Just bear with me, guys. You see. Okay, so now we're all done with this. Put this all on over there to the right of me. Clear off some of my table so we can have a little bit of room to work with. And yeah. Well, you gotta go get a spoon or something to mix this with. Hang on. Okay, we're back. So I got a fork to mix this all with, and just stir it around, just like this. You'll see. So the whole idea behind the egg and the breadcrumb and the old pork rind in this case is to bind it all together. I wish I can, the camera's had smell of it because you can really smell the garlic and the flavors that I put into it. And I'll use a fork and I'll just try to like squash it down a little bit. Get it kind of like almost like a dough. So this is kind of what you're looking for right there. So now what we do at this point is we're going to dump it on the parchment paper, and we're going to put a parchment paper on top of it, and we're going to try to form it into some type of a square pizza, because that's all I have for a pan today. So we're going to grab a couple more pieces of parchment paper. Okay, and then another piece. Just follow what I'm doing and you'll be fine. Don't be afraid to experiment. Okay, put that like that. Then we just take our chicken / dough right onto the paper there. And then we're done with that. That can go into the sink and we'll clean that up afterwards, or my wife will. And we're going to stir it out. Now the pizza you can make pretty much thin that out to as thick or as thin as you want. What I would do is just go like this, put it down like this. Just with your hands, just kind of like form it into some type of pizza. And you can make this pretty much as thick or as thin as you want it. All depends. I'm going to use this thing as a roller. I got the roller in the back room in the cabinet drawer, but I don't feel like getting it and taking the camera down again. So, just checking to see if my other camera is recording. Okay. Carefully move this, and we'll got a little bit of a patch job there we got to do. Go in there and just carefully. There, okay. So this is our product there before we put it in the oven. Now since I already got the oven basically preheated, I'll go turn it back on to 400 and it'll cook on 5 to 10 minutes. probably about 10 minutes on each side, and I'll flip it and put it on the clean sheet of parchment paper, pull it in the back of the room, and then we'll start assembling our pizza. And then I'll show you how it's done when the final product is done. And this is the thickness of it. It's not that bad. You know, this is going to get nice and crusty on both sides when I'm done with it, and it'll be able to hold it in your hands. And yeah, so I'm really happy. So let's take it to the next step process, which is put in the oven, and I'll bring it back and finish it up with the toppings and show you what the final product is. Now we're going to put it back in the oven for another 5 or 10. I used a piece of paper towel to flip the crust there. But as you can see, from this side it's nice and golden brown. We're going to dry it out a little bit more, maybe another 5 or 10. So now as you can see from our pizza crust that it's nice and golden brown. It's easy to handle. And now it comes time to bake the pizza. Nice and it's really it's hot. I just pulled it off the oven. Okay, so for our choice of spaghetti pizza, we're going to use the Ramos homemade pizza sauce. And I'll take a photograph of the pizza sauce and put it over timeline so you can see it a little better. As you can see from the calories, it's only 40 calories. These are your macros. Now I'll use a little bit of this and just spread it on the pizza, on the crust. Good heaping spoonfuls. Maybe save the rest of that for shaffles. Okay. Then we're going to put on some mozzarella cheese. Lots of mozzarella cheese. Good stuff. Okay. Now we didn't kill the oven because we're going to be flipping that right back into the oven in a few minutes. Oh, onions and peppers, right? So we're just going to grab out a handful out of palm, about a palmful out of the frozen. I got the frozen bag of onions and peppers. Here we go. And I'm going to put some black olives on because my wife and I both love black olives. And they're very good for you for keto. So just spread them out, just like that. Maybe another little spoonful. Okay. And then we're going to put some more mozzarella cheese on top of that. And then we're going to bake that in the oven till it's nice and melted. And ready to go. Okay, Okay, another 10 more minutes and we can each have a slice of pizza. So I'm going to raise the camera up a little bit to give you guys an idea what it looks like. Maybe I zoom out a little bit on the camera lens. I think that'd be better. So that's what it looks like before we put it into the oven there to finish cooking it. The cooking time varies. I still got the oven preheated at 400 from when I cooked during the entire cooking process. So now we're just going to put it back in the oven. We're going to check it after about 10 and hopefully it'll be ready for us to eat. Ooh, hot. So there you have it. There is our finished product. Nice and golden brown pizza crust. Nice and crunchy. The sauce dried out a little bit around the edges there, but because I might have cooked it about 5 minutes more than I wanted to, but it came out good. Hey, welcome back to the channel, and I'm Ron. So we just made a chicken crust pizza, and now we're going to have a bite of it to show you how it came out. I have the overhead camera up, and I have the my camera on the my M50 Canon M50 camera set up on the mini tripod I bought, and I'm going to show you what this pizza tastes like, and hopefully you'll be encouraged to make your own. So now we're back here in the back room. We got the video recording from the overhead, and then this video camera recording, and it's time to sample the pizza. We let it cool for a little while. We cut it up in 4 squares. Typically I'll eat 1 or 2 squares, and we put it in a flat sheeting pan because we didn't have a pizza tray, but normally I would put it in a round pizza tray pan. And you can typically double that up a little bit if you want, or if you want it a little more thicker on your crust. And if you're watching behind me, I got the football game on, the earlier game. And so this is what it looks like. I think it's cooled down enough. Let's hope it cooled down enough. But look at this guy. Look at this. This is the thickness of the pizza from this angle. Now I'm going to take this off my tray and show you from this way. Look at that. Huh? Now it's going to take a little bite. Just the way pizza should be, nice and crunchy. The cheese is fully cooked. I gotta get some paper towel. Be right back. No, got one right here. And we're gonna open up our choice of beverage, can of Coke Zero. So I'm on my new setup back here for my filming recipes now. It's just, this is the first time doing this, so I hope this came out pretty good. But the pizza absolutely came out fantastic. So all I did was, if you follow it exactly how I did it, you'll be fine. And if you want to double it up or triple it up, fine. But if you double it up, you'll probably get two pizzas out of it. And you can make these up ahead of time and freeze them in the freezer, your crust, and then all you got to do is add your toppings on it. Or make the pizza up ahead of time, put it in the freezer, and then pop it out when you have it on the go when you're in a you're in a hurry to do something. But this is absolutely delicious, guys. I'm telling you, you might not never want to buy a store-bought pizza again there, or a pizza parlor recipe pizza again there, unless you're really in a pinch and you got company out of the house. But according to what I was reading, and I figured out the macros, this whole pizza came up to like 1 carb. I mean, it's very tasty with that Ramos pizza sauce. I used about maybe 2 cups of cheese on it for the mozzarella cheese. And the Parmesan cheese that I use with the pork rinds is just to combine the, just to bind the pizza dough that, you know, traditionally it would be the regular white flour and all that, but when you're doing low carb weight loss, this pizza is gluten free. It's really terrific. And this satisfies me for having pizza without all the calories. Now, typically, when I did my Google research, if the information is correct, one plain slice of pizza is typically around 750 calories. So at this point, I'm going to finish enjoying my pizza, and let me know what your favorite toppings are. Just curious. I like pepperoni. I love all the toppings. The only toppings I will not have is anchovies and mushrooms. Maybe some mushrooms on occasion on a piece of supreme. But like I said, just check this out. Let me just put this up to the camera again right here. This is, you can see, this is the back side of the pizza because I flipped it over. But you can clearly see how nice and golden brown I did it. And I put this on for 400. I flipped it around both sides for about maybe 10 minutes on each side. Always watch your oven time because all the ovens vary. But as you can see again, I mean, I'm holding it and my hands aren't greasy at all. It's just like a pizza crust, but it's just chicken. I mean, check that out, guys, huh? How cool is that? But it's very, very good. I'm going to give this 10 thumbs up. I only have 2, but I give them 10. I'm going to sit down and enjoy my pizza. And we'll watch it for my next video. But I was just curious, what are your favorite toppings? Comment on my video. Let me know how you like this video I did. And I'm going to be making more of these now that I finally figured out how to film something in the back room with this small little table. I don't need to use the overhead camera. I mean, I will continue to use the overhead camera, but I can also use this camera to talk to you about how I'm going to put it all together so you can watch me and just film it out. So, this is Ron from Untitled Keto. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know what else you want me to see me make. And this week we got a lot to talk about, week 74. Oh yeah. And how much weight we lost during the 8 fast. But anyways, you guys are amazing. Love you guys. And please, please, please like and share this video because this is a game changer for you guys and gals out there that are struggling with losing weight and you crave certain foods like I do. I mean, this is definitely a game changer, guys. Just like the bacon I cooked the other day in the oven. But yeah, you guys are amazing. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay vigilant.